Good morning, children. So, we have completed 2 chapters. Today, we are going to see about third chapter, that is in biology. The topic of the chapter is tissues. So, last year you have studied about cell, structure of animal cell, plant cell. Yes. What is meant by tissues? Tissues means it is a group of cells having similar structure and function. Okay, so group of cells together forms tissues which have similar structure and they will do the same function. So group of cells join together and form a tissue and perform a function. Example for tissue in human being is muscular tissue. Okay, so muscular tissue is a group of cells which contract and relax and help in the movement of the body. You know, the muscle tissue or the muscular tissues, they will contract and relax, which help in the movement of our body. In plant, example for tissue is vascular tissue. Vascular tissue is formed by the group of cells. So these vascular tissue help for the plant to conduct water and food from one part of the plant to the other. Okay. Here you can see the 3 common types of plant tissue. They are vascular tissue, ground tissue and dermal tissue. So there are 3 common types of plant tissue: vascular tissue, ground tissue and dermal tissue. Dermal tissue is present in the outer layer of the cell. And vascular tissue, again it is classified into xylem and phloem. So these about these plant tissue and animal tissues only we are going to see in this chapter. So there are different types of animal tissues. They are blood. So blood is a fluid tissue, bone tissue, epithelial tissue, cartilage tissue, adipose tissue, nervous tissue, muscle tissue, connective tissue. So these are different types of animal tissue. So about this also we are going to see in this chapter. In this chapter we will study about only 2 types of animal tissue. They are nervous tissue and muscular tissue, and one more tissue also we will study, that is connective tissue. So three tissues we are going to study in this chapter, and remaining we will study in your higher class. So first we can see about difference between plant and animal tissue. So you know, plant, they do not move from place to place. Yes. So plants are stationary or fixed. They do not move. Okay, they don't move from one place to another place. And most of the cells and tissues of the plant contain dead cells. So these dead cells will provide mechanical support and strength to the plant. We know the stem of the plant and all is so hard as because of the presence of dead cells. Okay, so dead cells will help them and they will provide mechanical support and strength to the plant. Growth of plants will take place only in some regions. So leaf means it will grow in a particular part of the stem. Yes? So tissue is responsible for that. So growth of plants take place only in some regions. So plants, they have mainly two types of tissues, meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Okay, what are the two types of plant tissue? Meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. So meristematic tissue, which will divide and help in growth. So meristematic tissue is called as dividing tissue, which will divide and help in growth of plants. Okay, permanent tissue which do not divide. Now we can see about animal tissues. Animal tissue, animal, we know they can move from one place to another, so that they need more energy than plants. And most cells and tissues in animals are living cells. Okay, so we have seen in plant cell there is a dead cells also, which will give strength and mechanical support to the plant. But in animal tissues, all the cells are living cells. And growth of animals is uniform, but in plant, the growth of plant will be taking in particular region of the plant, yes, but in growth of animal is uniform. So animals, they do not have separate dividing and non-dividing cells. But we have seen that plant tissue have two type of tissue, that is meristematic tissue, that is dividing tissue, and permanent tissue, which is non-dividing tissue. But here in animals or in human being, we do not have separate dividing and non-dividing cells. Then animals have organs, okay, which will perform the specialized function. Okay, so animals have organ which is performing the different functions in our body, as we know. So this organ is formed with a specialized tissue. Okay, so a group of cells form tissue and the tissue forms organ, and organ will perform different functions in our body. Okay, so animal, we know it is a multicellular organ, so it contains organ which will perform different function in our body. Now in this class we are going to see about plant tissue. So types of plant tissue, already I have told there are two types. They are meristematic tissue and permanent tissues. Okay, meristematic tissue and permanent tissues. Here is the picture of meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. So now we are going to see elaborately in this class about meristematic tissue. Okay, so meristematic tissue, it contains lateral meristem, axial meristem, shoot apical meristem, adventitious meristem, root apical meristem. Here you can see the location of the meristematic tissue in the plants. And here you can see the three common permanent tissue: sclerenchyma, collenchyma and parenchyma tissue. So let us see briefly about meristematic tissue. So what is meant by meristematic tissue? We know that growth of plant occurs in a certain regions, yes. So why growth of plants occurs in certain region means because of this meristematic tissue only. Okay, so it is a dividing tissue which will allow the growth of plants in only certain regions. So meristematic tissue means it is a dividing tissue which allow the growth of plants at certain regions of the plants. So depend on the region they are present, meristematic tissues are classified into three types: apical meristem, lateral meristem, intergallery meristem. Okay, so depend on the location where they are present, the meristematic tissues are classified into 3 types. What are they? Apical meristem, lateral meristem, intergallery meristem. Okay, so depend on the location where they are present, the meristematic tissues are classified into 3 types. What are they? Apical meristem, lateral meristem, intergallery meristem. Okay, so depend on the location where they are present, the meristematic tissues are classified into 3 types. What are they? lateral meristem, intergallery meristem. Okay, apical meristem, lateral meristem, intergallery meristem. So what is the function of apical meristem, where it is located? So apical meristem is present at the growing tips of stems and root. Okay, so apical meristem is present at the growing tips of stems and root. So what is the function of apical meristem? It will present in growing tips of stems and root and increase the length of the stem and root. Okay, just it will increase the length of the stem and root. That is the function of apical meristem. Then next type is lateral meristem. So lateral meristem, it helps to increase the girth of stem and root. Girth means width. Okay, width of the stem and root. So width of the stem and root can be increased by which meristem? Lateral meristem. Okay, so lateral meristem help to increase the girth of stem and root. Next one is intergallery meristem. So intergallery meristem, it is seen in some plants which is located near the nodes of the plant. So it is seen only in some plants which is located near the nodes of the plant. So cells of the meristematic tissue are very active and they have dense cytoplasm, thin cellulose and thin walls, and they have prominent nuclei. They lack vacuoles. Okay, so the cells of meristematic tissue are very active and they have dense cytoplasm, they have cellulose, and the cell wall is made up of cellulose. The cell wall is very thin and they have prominent nuclei and they lack vacuoles. Okay, they lack vacuoles. So now here is the picture of the meristematic tissue. So location of meristematic tissue in plant body. So here you can see apical meristem. So already I told apical meristem present at the growing tips of root and plant. So it will present at the growing tip of the stem or the root of the plant. Okay, apical meristem. Then intergallery meristem, I told, is located at the nodes of the plant. Okay, and lateral meristem, it helps for the increasing the girth of the stem and the root. So it will present in between, that means middle, central part of the stem or the root. Okay, so which is involved in the increasing the girth of the plant, that means width of the stem or root. Okay, so this is about meristematic tissue. Next class we can see about permanent tissue and their types. I hope that you all understand about meristematic tissue and difference between animal tissue and plant tissue. If you have any doubt, you can ask children. Thank you.